Are we live? I think we're live. Right. Let's begin. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? I don't know what you're saying. Let me move this up. Good morning. This is Bernade Furnoy. What you doing today? Hmm? What you doing? I am torn on what I want to show you today. I took myself to the big box store and got some wood, had a piece of wood cut down. If you saw it in my story, I don't know if I had it on my personal page, but I had a piece of wood cut down for this craze that's going around. And I'm, what do you call it? A day late, dollar short, getting to the party. But they're seasonal, so you can have one for summer, fall, winter, spring, one with your name on it, one with your address numbers on it, one with your granny's favorite quote on it, whatever. So I think that I am going to show you what I think we're going to try to work on next week. Now, next week's hours may change because it is back to school. Okay, I don't know about you, but it's back to school. I don't know what you're seeing, but this is kind of like my little studio art kit here. So I've got my paints and everything right here. And I've got paint here, here, over there. I've got paint everywhere. So it just depends on what kind of painting I'm doing. This is Bernade Flutoy. What are you doing? What are you doing today? What are you going to do today that makes your heart sing, that makes your heart come alive? Do a little bit of that today. I'm just going to be with you for like another 30 minutes or so. This is art practice, okay? I come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, invite you into my studio while I'm in here doing my thing, okay? But you are free to join along with whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So you might be just making breakfast for you. You might be on your second cup of coffee. I didn't have one today because I wanted to have a steady hand with this lettering. We may get started on one, okay? I've got a whole bag of stencils. I love using the stencils to help me with my writing. If I'm doing something that needs a little bit more precision, that needs something other than my, what do you call it? My chicken scratch ease. Okay, let me go get this other piece of wood. I think I'm going to work on this round wood here today. Let me, honey, because I don't know what you're saying. Let me get over here. So I want to make sure I'm saying what you're saying, so I'm not too off, too crazy. Let's see. Are we live over there? Let me refresh this page. Come on in. Yep, you're in the right spot for art practice. Come on in, take your seat. Take your seat. And as I always ask, are you working on a crayon drawing, a colored pencil drawing, pen and ink, graphite, pastel, watercolor? Okay, so I'm over there. Let me pull this out so that if you guys make any comments, I can try to see. Because I do try to talk to you a little bit, but sometimes, baby, I'm in my own world over here. Okay? Because I just have to get in here and create because the time passes so fast. Are you doing any painting today? Bernade, why are you not clicking in the right spot? Oh, Facebook is changing things again. Child, Facebook, okay. Go ahead, make your improvements. But baby, I just lost some time. Okay, so I am going to try to see the comments here and here. Now, when you are a fancy, highfalutin stage pro, you know, and you've got your own set director and your camera operator and all of that, I'm not mad at you. I'm matter of fact, we're going to grow towards that. But right now, I'm just in my studio. All right. I don't know why I'm sitting here holding this big old chunk of wood, but this is what I want to work on, I think, today. But let me show you what else I did. Honey, I am not the wood chick to sand and all of that. But sometimes when you get started, you get into it. So if you're not an art person or you're like, oh, I only draw a stick figure, try something. Try something new. Okay, it is back to school season. And I'm not going to bring all three over here. I don't know what you can see. A porch linger. This is just a piece of wood right now. But then you can, like I say, have your name, have a cute little saying, welcome home, home sweet home, all of that. Let me see, what did I have? I have welcome to our home. Yep, that will fit right there. Okay, so see, I don't want to sit up here and tell any lies. I really don't. I want to get started on one of these, but the boards take a little time to prep. These are a lot larger than a little 8x10 canvases that I use here. But, honey, I may throw a pair of lips on them. You know what? I may do that. Throw a pair of lips on them and say, speak life. Let me make sure we're good. So, but for today, I think I am going to give a little hope. Okay, I love me a little bit of hope. Let me see. And I'm just going to outline this quickly. Should I do it with you right here? Yeah, you don't want to see this big old head. Let me turn this upside down. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it. What you doing today? On your second cup? You got the kids running around? What's going on? All right. And I also thought about coming around to that side of the table. Okay, I'm going to do this quickly. Now, this is what you can do with a stencil, okay? Now, if you have just a piece of paper, like one of my downloads, you can use like a piece of carbon paper. I'm going to come back over there. And you want this marker to move along quickly, otherwise it's going to soak into the wood. Well, Brene, don't you want it to soak into the wood? Let me finish my thought. I'm sorry. It's going to not be as crisp of a line if you linger. You need to keep that marker moving quickly. Okay. And I probably should have used maybe a thinner one. And this is permanent marker. Okay. You want permanent. You can do this with a pencil, but if you saw me with my ombre, ooh, come on now, I didn't have coffee. My hands should be kind of steady. I am looking to see if I outlined everything. I think I did. And no. If you, make sure you want to try to keep this steady. Okay. In one place. Some you can tape down. I think I hit all of the lines. Okay. So I think we're good. And if not, we can kind of fix it. So I'm going to put my little stencil off to the side. You know what? Thank you, Dropbox. And thank you, Creepy Voice from this computer. Let me turn these lights on over here. That'll make things a little brighter for you. And they're sitting right here. I haven't utilized them. Okay. So I'm hoping it's not too crazy. And like I said, let me look over here and see what you're saying. All right. So Creepy Voice. Let me click on here. So you might hear a little audio for just a second. Let me click on and turn this way down. There we go. Right. Yeah. Is it freezing? It's probably freezing because that's I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead. If I did this right, then what I would probably be able to do is ask you maybe the week before, the day before, and let me know what colors you would like, you know, what maybe theme you'd like. But I'm all about that hope. Let me show you the one I did for 4th of July. So that is my thing right now. Hope, 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 hope. I'm trying to catch the lights, but there we go. So this was a lot of fun to do, and it didn't take long. And the background was already black. So I think I want like a sky blue type of thing. So let's go ahead and get down to it. I have noticed that Facebook sends out the notifications. Oh, honey, I got my little sandpaper and everything. I mean, I was for real. I was sanding and, you know, getting that wood together. But I need to ask some of the professionals what I need to put on the wood to prime it, because I know it's just going to soak up this craft paint like a sponge. But if there's some, get into the comments, people. If there is a good wood primer, if you tell me, Brene, just get some regular schmegular eggshell white paint or whatever color to prime it with, so that the wood can soak that in, and then I can paint the acrylic on top. I just want to make sure it's acrylic to acrylic and then oil to oil. I'm not using oil, so I don't want to get an oil-based primer. So if you can get in here or email me, I should have my email. Do I have my email up there? I bet you I don't. Nope, I don't. But you can email me at info, I-N-F-O, the @ symbol, thepaintedpose.com. Let me know, because I'm always looking for some tips. Now, this is inexpensive craft paint that you can get at your Kim, your Wally World. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to our home. Let me put that over there. It's over there by the camera. So if I ask, what did I do with the stencil? You know what? I'm not going to do that because I'll forget. I'm going to put it right here with my pile of stencils. Okay. Let me aim you back down, and we're just going to go for it. Okay, we didn't prime this wood or anything. We are going for it. And I think I'm just going to have me like a sky theme. Okay. Maybe I should find a picture of, should I wet the wood? I don't know. We're going for it, baby. We don't have time. We ain't got time. I'm like one of the chemicals. We ain't got time to be sitting up here asking directions and questions. The woman got paint. There's a table. I got my seat. I know where to go. I'm going for it. We could take all kinds of lessons from kindergarten, baby. They are incredible learners. Brene. Oh, here we go. Because I'm like, where's the water? Here it is. Stop moving things around. Ah, gesso. Now, this is so old. I have had this so long that the bonus gloss medium that came with it is dry. Or it looks to be dry. It's still soft and pliable, but there's no liquid movement in there, so it's dry. Honey, this pandemic has brought me back to the studio. What are you doing? How did you shift and move? I probably had this 5, 7, maybe 10 years. I can't even tell a lie. So let's see. Is this, and I love me some gloss medium, because that's what I use. Can I reach for it? Yep, that's what I use. They've even changed their packaging. Okay, Liquitex gloss medium. I love it. And look at this packaging. They've even changed their packaging. Let me make sure I'm aiming this down. Ooh, ooh. Note to self: do not look at the lights. All right. So they've changed the packaging. This is the new. This is the old. Try to do things in the right season. Okay, let's hit it, people. I spritzed my plate yesterday, so some of it is still wet, but most of it is. Honey, that's kind of a piece of artwork in itself. That's kind of fun. That black just kind of spritzes all over. And you know, they've got the paint pouring stuff everywhere. I may have to get into some of that. Let me see if I'm good. Honey, why is this camera freezing up over here? What is wrong? Internet? What's going on? I don't even know what to say. Let me put my hand out here. Is it still going? It's still going. All right. Okay. So let's see. Looks like, let me slide this down because it's like a little bit of a delay. I want to make sure that you're, honey, that is like a 20-second delay. Well, anyway, we're going for it. I almost want to put this gesso in here because I know we use gesso to treat the canvas. So the white canvases that you see, the 8x10s. Okay, this is another lesson that you didn't know that you wanted. It's kind of similar with that natural wood, but this natural canvas stretched on a wood stretcher, wooden frame, open, and it's stapled. Sometimes it's tacked. And this is the coating. They put a primer. That's what that gesso is. The gesso is like a primer. So for the wood, that's why I'm asking. I was hoping for one of my faithful people to get on there and tell me. It's like, Brene, don't you dare paint without priming. It's like I almost want to at least give her a little drink of water. How about that? Girl, all these brushes around here and you do not have a big brush. I'm going to give this a little drink of water. How about that? To try to make sure that the paint will move around. Okay. So we're going for stuff. We're going to try it. We in kindergarten mode, baby. They are the bosses. Now, I know with this inexpensive brush that it won't last long on this wooden surface. I didn't sand this one. This one was already kind of sanded off the shelf. This is straight off the shelf. But my other wood, when I had them cut it, and those that is a 1 by 10 inch, 1 inch thick by 10 inch by 4 foot porch leaner. So we're gonna go for this, baby. We're gonna go ahead. Hope. Let's just kind of hit it. Okay. We don't have. See, I'm so glad I did wet it a little bit. We're going over everything. Because see, if I didn't, see, I need a for real brush. You know what, y'all? You hear me say y'all. You guys, I may have to go over here and get a larger brush. Because I have them. And I'm going to put this white on here. Because I know that, honey, where's my large container white? Because I'm playing right now. Ooh, and I got to be careful. I got my red shoe. Let me move my red shoe. Ow. Back over here. And my butterflies. Ow, let me get my butterfly out of the way. So let's go ahead. We're going for it today. And we will have no choice but to stop. Ooh, that's a little thicker. Let me just get just a little tad of water to help move this along. And I'm not concerned about the water only as opposed to the Palmer prime, what do you call it? The gloss medium at this particular stage because I know it's going to soak in. All right, so this brush may not be able to be used too many times after being on this wood. Let me get some more. Let me go for the big one. Okay. Let me shake. Remember that it all kind of separates out in there. Okay. Oh yeah, these wooden pieces are going to need a lot more paint. Note to self, if you want a wooden kit, I will probably have to give you a whole bottle. Okay. All right, so we got something on here and it's soaking up inside of here. Okay. Now, yesterday when I was looking for my Hope stencil, because I used it, like I say, a few months back, and I couldn't find it. It's like, oh, I lost my hope, you know, and it's like, oh, we're not going to say that out loud too many more times. Okay, so it is soaking up in there and it's drinking up this first layer. Do I dare going in here? I'm going in here. And I probably would get a paper towel or something. We're going for it, baby. We just, you know, we got things to do. Kindergarten, like I say, kindergarten don't have time to wait around for folks to consider anything. They're going for it. I'm going to add a little bit of purple in here. Let me make sure I'm smoothing things out along the way too. And I can still see hope through there. I know I won't be able to do too many layers. So that's kind of drying up over there. So just to add just a little bit of color variation. Okay. I already know this, the way that this, I'm glad I didn't let it dry. I don't have a helper here. To grab a piece of paper towel. And I've got plenty of paper towel, but they're just not right here. You know what? My hope is fading. Let me go back and forth. You just see, I'm just messing around, people. You know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. And I should have titled this broadcast today, The Mind of the Kindergarten. Oh, that's kind of fun. We're just seeing. So we'll take some practical steps. I'm seeing that maybe a little bit of sanding probably would have been a good thing. It looks like you got to seal the edges. And then if I'm going to do something on the front and something on the back. All right, so we've got this. And I think what I'm going to do, take some of that green that we had from yesterday and come on down here and make it kind of seem like a little bit of land, so to speak. And the surface is still just wet enough for me to pick up a little bit of that light paint. Not super duper wet. So we're doing a little wet on wood. But it's a different texture. It's a lot more thirsty than this canvas that I normally work on. So we in here learning. Like I said, I knew more than likely. Let me see if I can get me a good ombre right here. Okay, some kind of light pastel colors. Let me get this blend out right up in here before I make it darker. As we go down, and I'm trying to make sure I don't lose my hope. Ooh. Note to self. Always, 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 always sand. Okay, I probably need to let this first coat dry. Okay. This can kind of simulate land down here. This one is freezing. I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh, too late. Somebody said just so that would. And you know what? Good morning, good morning. I probably should have sanded it too. Now, the board that I showed, I actually did prop it up and sand all three, the top, the bottom, the left, the right, the front, and the back. But this one, it felt smooth enough. All right. But what we can do is put a good final coat, good protective coat on it after it's all done. So we are, let me see, what time is that? That's 8:26. We could sit here and blend, 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 blend for a moment because it is fun and enjoyable. So once again, if you heard me kind of talk about our whole paint party sessions, some ladies, and it's like I know, because I know that the paint party is only a certain amount of time. And, I try to help, I bounce around like a little bee, trying to help people, continue to move forward. Okay, we have almost lost a little hope here. Ooh, we got to go in here and find us some hope. But some of the ladies use a very tiny brush. Can you imagine painting this whole piece of wood with this brush? But somehow or another, by the end of that night, they have moved that brush back and forth and they finished their paintings. Because I'm thinking, oh, you might want to try a slightly larger brush on that. Well, I'm okay. I just kind of like to paint. Baby, I totally get it. I totally get it. So let's see. Let's start right here. We may start picking up some of that background. We don't want that. But we want to hurry up and try to get some of this done in the next, what do you call these? This 8. And remember, this is craft paint. You don't want it necessarily to be super thick. Let me be quiet for just a moment. That's tough. Plenty of paint on this brush, and I'm just going back over it to get like use it to push it forward. Let me go back up a little bit too. Because I know it's still soaking in this wood. Let me press that out because I just want that fine, straight, angular line. Okay. And I probably could have made the sky a little darker. You can always paint back up over this because, we didn't spend 4 or 5 hours on this. Okay, so I just pulled off a whole lot of paint and I'm going to move it. See that 1/4 inch brush has become my friend this summer. You saw that little spin and pivot. You might want to practice that. And when I say practice, you're not going to be sitting up there for 4 hours. You're just going to Try it maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe on a piece of paper off to the side, or even on your plate, that you're using. Just practice and see what happens when you do that. Let me go back and pick up some of this extra white paint, because I'd much rather do, like I say, 2, maybe 3 thin coats as opposed to 1 thick coat that may end up cracking. Let me get my thoughts out, because I know I'll start one and then I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. That's why I tell the little kiddos, when it's time for art, it's not that I don't want them to be social. I want them to learn how to use the materials and solve the visual problem of the day. And sometimes it's free day. Not all the time, because I want to teach some techniques and some basic art principles that will serve them when they, have to make their science poster, or, during a homework assignment where they have to maybe be a little more creative, instead of just writing the paper where they may have to illustrate a picture to go with the story, or, whatever it is that they're doing. So I want them to be able to come to the art room. Yes, I want them to enjoy, but I want them to come and learn some basic art principles that they can take and utilize and be creative in other areas. I hope I summarized that okay, because I'm painting. I have to concentrate. I don't know what that is looking like, but it's fun for me. I'll probably throw a little gold or something on here, maybe a little glitter finish. Probably come back and add some darks. So this is very, very light and airy. And once again, note to self, no matter what it's like when it comes from the store, you always do your own sanding. Okay? So, but you got to give me a little credit, because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. This is almost kind of like it's transparent. I don't know what this is here. So this is 8:33. Is this freezing up again? What kind of foolishness is this? What is going on, the Facebook? Maybe because I have a couple too many windows open. Let me close the one from yesterday. How about let's start with that? Maybe that's what they're saying to me. Okay. Let's refresh that page and let's see. Hey there, Debbie Kastner. Yes, hope it's a beautiful thing. And then that's Andrea Brown. Oh, hello. And then, that's my Patricia Jones. Okay, let me get back. A little bit of distraction. 8:34. Let's see. We should be able to get this first coat on here. So we're leaving Wednesday with a word of hope. Hope. No matter what's going on, we will always have it. I'm trying to see where my lines are, because like I told you, I almost lost hope on seeing these lines. That's the good thing about using that permanent marker to kind of start off with, so you can kind of see. But we're going to figure out different ways to make it easy for you. So I will be serving up some art kits for you, and it should have been on the website. Yes, yes, yes. Trying to do too many things, and then you end up not finishing. Okay, let me give a little generous drink because I see that some like naughty KNOTTY part. All right, so we've got our hope. Okay. Honey, I can't see the E. Glare. Let me see. Okay. We may have to come back and touch that part up. Go around it just like that. So you don't have to have the best of the best brushes. And it's good to have some of the super cheap brushes depending on what you're doing too. For mixing certain things. All right, I think we're good over here. All right, and so we should let that dry, and we will. Let me go ahead and close this up because we're done for today. Our practice is officially over, people. It's done for the week, but that doesn't mean you have to stop working. Don't stop working. Always have hope. Trying to get it in the camera without it shining up too much. Go this way. Move forward. Lean back. Tilt it. Okay, I'm trying to get it straight for you people. Always have hope. Never give up. Now, this is just like I say, the first coat. I might come back in here with a flower. I might come back in there with a bird. It's endless. That's what I love about creating. So, if you have any ideas about what you'd like to see here, and I may have to change up the hours because our summer is officially over for our school district. Some kids are back in school physically in some districts. Ours, thank you. Ours have opted on a delay because of what's going on, in our area. And ours not only opted on a delay, that's one big thank you. Thank you, Indianapolis Public Schools and the powers that be. They've also opted in on going virtual for this first marking period. You know what? I've got pom-poms somewhere. I need to find my pom-poms. I deserve. This is what I do with the kindergartners and the first graders. We thank our custodial staff when they come in. Well, this is when I did lunch duty. And we thanked our food service staff. We would call them out one by one. And then, the crazy art teacher, hey, what can I say? At first I said hit them with the shoulders. And you should see the little kindergartners doing the little shoulder. And then the first graders, they just laugh at us. Some of them are having no part of it. I'm not doing this. This is crazy. That's a little crazy. This one, the way I'm not doing that. But then some of them, they eventually break down because they see how much fun everybody else is having. So we would greet, one person and come on in. All right, let's say hello. Let's love them. Let's love them with the shoulders. Ow. Love them with the shoulder. Ow. And then I would make sure I get quiet so I could hear them say it. It is hilarious. So the little people, I miss you. I'm hoping to see so many of you virtually. This particular marking period, it looks like we'll be able to pop into their virtual classroom, teach our lesson, art, music, PE, library. We'll be able to pop in, give you a little lesson, pop to the next class. So have hope. Thank you. I am so grateful to be going back and to be going back virtually. Stay safe, be well. This is Brene Flournoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party, art kit maker. on the weekends. If you need an art kit or paint party for 1, 4, 10, or 20 or more, let me know. Let me know if your business, your company needs something for morale during a Zoom meeting. Order up 50 art kits. You distribute them however you want to distribute them. And then you guys can maybe paint during that Zoom meeting or give them some colored pencils. I just bought a whole ton of colored pencils. I'm going to do some giveaways. So turn on your notifications. Thank you to my replay people. I should have greeted you at the beginning. I need to have some signage back here. Should have greeted you at the beginning. It is 8:41. Our art practice ended. I think you're still lingering. Oh, you're still there. Make sure you get all your materials. Don't leave anything behind. We want you to have what you need to be creative. Okay, let's take it. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for wiping off that eraser dust. Okay, you spilled a little water. I've got extra napkins. Peace to you people. Do something that makes your heart sing. Okay, and I'm just going to throw it out here. I've looked into 3 different t-shirt makers. I've asked. I need something. I want some shirts. I would like a little bling. I want, with the painted poles, crazy art teacher. Well, really, it should be hashtag the art teacher. Mama, that's the art teacher. Dad, that's the art teacher. That's the art teacher. Oh, my art teacher. Okay. I might be out at Aldi's, Kroger, Meijer, Walmart, Target, all of these places. Anyway, I'm done yammering. No story today. That was my story. Yesterday, it was about my great-grandmother going down to Camden, Alabama, cracking that water. I didn't do it because I was too young. My older cousins would crack that watermelon on the porch that they walked out in my great-grandmother's yard and picked it. Today, it's about hope. Never lose it. Never lose it. And make sure you got plenty to give to others. Now, on that note, you got the lights? Okay. Okay, this is where the theme music would roll. Oh, wait a minute. We've got our willing worker. Hi, willing worker. Sorry you missed the broadcast. I had to do the directing and everything myself. Here, you can take the computer.
I told you I didn't send that one. I was going to send that one tomorrow.
Well, I needed it, upon today.
That's why.
Can I sign off? We still live. Thank you, willing worker. Bye, people. Have an amazing Wednesday, August 5th, 2020, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I may pop on. I keep saying I may pop on, but I have not. I've been out here trying to do this grass, pull these weeds, try to keep these flowers alive, sweep a little bit, organize, all the things, as they say. Well, peace to you. Have an amazing day. And I'm grateful to be able to do all the things, okay? Get it. That's the one that does my hyperlapse video. We need about 10 of them. We're a little bit behind. Stay tuned. Follow me. Turn on the notifications. Get on my email list for some specials, because I'll release it to my email list first before I release it to the public. So, all right, peace to you. I'm finishing. I'm hitting the finish button. And okay.